Welcome to the 116th Panzer Division's Garage Orientation for the World of Tanks Beta. I am Draka, Staff Fighter. I am going to be your host for this session. First thing we'll look at in this screen is at the very top here. You'll see a menu. We'll not worry about that. That's how you do in-game settings like changing your screen resolution and things like that. This is the number of players that are in the game. This is the number of battles that are ongoing. This is eye candy graphics only. We don't much care about that. Your current model tank that you are using within the game will show up here, and the type is here. I have a Jagdpanther. It is a tank destroyer. The next thing you'll see here in the center is the battle and a pull-down menu that gives the different types of battles you can go to. This is how you will actually enter the game into combat. That will be subject of another lesson. This is merely the orientation of the garage. And here is your account name. The next thing we have going over here from the top is this is your premium account if you have one. This is your first goal in the game. Trust me on this. I currently have 12 days left before I have to renew it. This is how you will renew it. You will take the amount of gold that you have and spend it toward the type of account that you want. Right now I only have 450 gold. It will cost me 2,500 for a 30-day premium, which is my goal. I could go just for 250 gold for one 24-hour period if absolutely necessary, but as you can tell by the scale, we actually want to go for the full 250 times 10 or 2,500, and gee, I'm getting 30 days for that, so let's go for the 30. The next thing we have is the actual gold that you have earned. During this part of the beta, we will earn 150 gold per day. At least that is for the life of the closed beta. It may change later. You can refill your balance here. This will, when we go live, you will pay actual real live money to buy gold. This is the amount of credits that you have earned from your battles in the game so far. I have a lot because we just had a massive period of ×5 bonuses, plus the fact I've been playing for a while. You can exchange gold for credits at the rate of 1 gold for each 400 credits that you want to spend. You will not do this to start with. Remember, your goal is to save your gold until you have a premium account. This will only be done if absolutely necessary, and we'll get to that later. The next thing is experience, and we'll touch on this later. This is what is called free experience, which you can use for any vehicle. And this is very important, and again, we'll touch on this later when we get to the research screen. This is the amount of research that this crew here has earned in this vehicle. If you click on this, it opens up a screen. The experience to distribute can only be used on this screen. You'll see I've got it mostly researched. If it's highlighted, it has been researched. If it's grayed out and has a number, it has not been researched yet. It will cost me 14,770 to research the upgrade to my suspension. I have only 6,000 to spend. It's the free that you can spend anywhere. So a total of 8,000. I've got a little ways to go yet. When this entire screen has been researched, for instance, this symbol tells you that it's an elite vehicle, and that means that that screen has been 100% researched. At that point, the vehicle becomes elite. Any experience earned by that crew can be either immediately turned back into crew training for the crew, or it can be converted into free experience by spending gold. This is a little bit advanced. We'll get to it later. Just be advised that that is there. Stay on this tank for a while. So that's the top. That's a quick overview. These are the crew members within this vehicle. If you look at them, it pops up with a little screen telling you what he is. This is Commander of my light tank Leopard, and he is at 88% training efficiency. Right-click to view the personal file, and it pops up. This is his rank. It's eye candy. It means nothing in the game. Ditto for this. He is currently in this vehicle. He could be somewhere else, and we'll get to that in a second. He is currently qualified as a commander. He can only be used as a commander in any of the vehicles he is in. He cannot be used for anything else. In this vehicle, he is currently trained at a level of 88%. This modifies his skills at that position. So anything that a commander would do, he does at 88%. He's not 100% trained yet. If this goes to 100%, then various modifiers can come into play. And this is going to be down here. We'll get to in a minute. His current competence is only in the Leopard. He's earned various things over the course of my career, various medals. This is his stats for that particular officer. This is the training. We'll get back to this in a minute. These are the skills you can train in here. And we'll get back to that. So that's a quick overview of your crew members. We'll get back to that when it comes time to actually crew a vehicle. From the top, garage. This is what you start in. At which point it will show you all your vehicles. I have quite a few. You can select to see vehicles from only one nation or all nations. And you can also select by type. Now you notice these are the different types within the game. You have light vehicles, medium, heavy, tank destroyer, and self-propelled guns. These are 5 classifications. This particular tank is a light tank, so its crew will be trained in light tank skills. For the tank that is selected, you click on the box, the tank itself will show up here. And you will have a line here that are the characteristics for that tank, and the detailed characteristics will show up here. This is the gun that is mounted on that tank. If you left click on this, it will give you what options you have available to change. In this case, I've fully researched every type of gun that it originally comes with. This one, I have done the research and unlocked the next all the way up to this one. That green check mark tells you that this is currently mounted on this tank. If I wanted to buy one of the others, it would cost me this much out of my credits, at which point it would be mounted on the tank. If you right click, you come up with the characteristics that tell you what that tank will do, what that item will do for you. In this case, the gun is a 50 caliber gun. I can fire 27 shots per minute. I penetrate on an average 67, 130, 25. What this relates to is down here, and we'll get to it in a minute. What type of shell is here? Armor piercing has an average of 67. Armor piercing composite has an average of 130. HE has an average of 25 millimeters penetration. So you compare your penetration to the armor that you're attacking. Average damage upon penetration is 70. Accuracy at 100 meters. This is the circular area, and we'll show it when we go to a screen in a later lesson. 0.35 meters. That means that my shells, when fired, will be somewhere within 0.35 meters of the aiming point of the weapon. Obviously, the smaller this number, the better, the tighter the group. Aiming time at 100% efficiency of the gunner's training. And remember, I'm only at 88. At 100% training, it will take me 2 seconds from rotating the barrel, bringing it on target, and being stationary for my circular aiming distance to come to a minimum and give me my most accurate shot. Again, we'll get to this in a later lesson, but the key is when you're moving, your gun is wavering, and you're not as going to be as accurate shot. If you hold it in place for a while, the longer you hold it online to a certain point, the tighter your group, the better your aim, and how much the gun weighs. These are the vehicles that can mount this weapon. These are the turrets on those vehicles that can mount this weapon. And these are the type of shells that it can fire. Turret, if it is a turreted vehicle, you will have turret types here. There's only one type for this particular tank, so That's it, nothing to research. And to prove that, let's go back to the research screen. Turret, there is nothing down the line, nothing to research. The gun went from this one to this one, or this one, which then led to this one. And the characteristics again, if you right click, you get that same screen that you saw on the first one. Your turret gives you the armor, traverse speed, how fast can you turn it and bring your gun to bear, view range, how far can your commander see through the view blocks or periscopes of that particular turret. Again, this is at 100% training efficiency. I'm at 88, so I have a lesser view range than that. How much does this weigh? What vehicles is compatible with? What guns can be mounted in it? Engine power, chance of fire on impact, on receiving a round or ramming something, and how much it weighs. Which engine will do for you, it gives your top speed in conjunction with your suspension. It gives you acceleration. How fast can you go from 0 to whatever top speed is? And the third thing, of course, is if you're trying to go up a hill, an incline or something like that, your engine power is how well you can climb that hill and how much speed you lose doing so. Your suspension, again, I've researched to the next level. My current one, this is the amount of load tonnage that it can handle. Traverse speed of the vehicle itself is not the turret, this is how fast you can turn the tank. And the total weight that it brings to the vehicle and what it's compatible with. Finally, we have the radio. Signal range. If you spot an enemy, if any friendly is within that amount of range from you, in this case 800 meters, a dot will appear on the map showing what you see. So you can report to your friends what you see up to 800 meters away. Remember, your sighting range is 400 meters, but you can report it out to 800 meters away. Again, that's at 100% training. My radio operator is 88, so I can't report as far. He's not as good on his radio. The next three blocks are modifications you can do to the vehicle. These are things you can purchase. Left click on it. First of all, you notice these are expensive. Second, these things are mounted permanently on the vehicle. If you sell or the vehicle or otherwise dispose of it, they go away, with 3 exceptions. Camouflage net can be dismounted and put in your depot and then mounted on another tank later on down the line. Save for the binocular telescope, save for the toolbox. The gun laying, coated optics, torsion bars, anything else that may appear on here depending upon your model of tank is not transferable to another vehicle. Once you've spent that $100 grand, if you ever want to put something else here, you'll destroy that. If you sell the vehicle, you get some of this back, but it's gone. It does not transfer to the next vehicle. You have 3 such slots that you can modify as time goes by. This little lock symbol tells you that it's locked, by the way, just in case you forget. These two, you notice, do not have a lock symbol.